So today we're gonna make something a little bit more, something interesting that I saw on Instagram, I think. Which is gonna be, we try to make chicken style tofu. I'm gonna preheat my oven first of all to 200 degrees Celsius. I have quite a lot of tofu and I've frozen it. So I just defrosted some of that frozen tofu because the key to make it like a chickeny consistency is to make sure you freeze the tofu and then you defrost it. And as you can probably already see, the consistency of the tofu changes a little bit. So it becomes quite spongy. So this is like a standard like block of tofu, and it was defrosted, and yeah, as you can see, it becomes quite an interesting like spongy consistency. So what I do with this is I just try to get as much liquid out as possible. So I squeeze it. As you can see, there's quite a bit coming out. And then I just try to like flake it into pieces like this. So we try to make fairly bigger pieces. If there's some smaller pieces, then that's fine as well. But yeah, basically like chicken chunk size pieces, what you would have like in a chicken, I don't even know, a chicken bits pieces. It's been so long that I haven't eaten anything like that. So yeah, chicken piece chicken. Yeah, and this is so cool. I'm always impressed when I defrost tofu because the consistency becomes something completely different. So here we go. This all goes into our bowl. I'm gonna take this over here. So we've got some wonderful pieces here that I'm gonna, this can probably be a little bit smaller. Yeah, some bigger chunks, some smaller chunks, all fine, which I'm gonna leave in here. And then I'm gonna make like a marinade because obviously tofu doesn't have much, it has the consistency, but it doesn't have like the taste. So I'm gonna make a little marinade that I'm gonna put over this, pop it onto a tray in the oven, and then we're gonna make some bits around it as well. Yeah, that takes about, I think, like 15 to 17 minutes. And with this, we're gonna make some dal tadka, which is ready-made. So I'm a little bit lazy, but I'm gonna add some additional things to this. So I'm gonna have some broccoli that I'm gonna make as well, and some kale that I wanna make as well. So we're gonna make like some toppings, and then we're gonna have some whole wheat penne that we're gonna eat with this. So it's gonna be a really nice round up meal of like whole wheat pasta, some like lentils. Obviously this has like onion, green chilies and spices and stuff in it, so this is kind of like our saucy component, if you like. Protein, and obviously our micro minerals. And I also have something really cool, which is like a salad topper, sprouted what exactly, not quite sure. Super sprouted sprouts, I guess. Doesn't say what it exactly is. These are clover sprouts, broccoli sprouts, radish sprouts. So we're gonna top that as well to like finish the whole thing off. So the recipe calls for soy sauce. Always a staple in like marinating or making something, trying to make something taste meaty. And I'm gonna go with 3 tablespoons of each of my ingredients to balance this out nicely. So we've got soy sauce, then we've got some sunflower oil, then I've got wonderful liquid smoke. I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of liquid smoke in it as well, because I want this to be a little bit it tends to help again with like the meaty kind of flavor. Smoked paprika in the big big shaker box because we love smoked paprika. So a generous is probably about 3 teaspoons, not quite tablespoons, 3 teaspoons of it. I'm gonna start giving this a little bit of a whirl. Some pepper, just standard black pepper, and then we're gonna add some nutritional yeast. Has a little bit of a nutty flavor, a little bit of a. Vegans use it for cheese substitution, so you can use it as a parmesan basically. So again, probably about 3 teaspoons full. So, and I'm gonna give this a lovely whirl. So, and then it called for garlic powder. Now, I don't have any garlic. Oh, this already smells amazing. I don't have any garlic powder, but I've got fresh garlic cloves, so I'm gonna just chop up a couple of garlic cloves and add them to here. So I'm gonna add like a tiny bit of water into this because the nutritional yeast tends to make sauces and marinades quite thick, and I want this to be a proper marinade, so I don't want this to be super thick. And now I'm gonna just add that onto my tofu. And again, that was frozen tofu that I defrosted, and now it's got a lovely, and then squeezed all the like liquid out, and now it's got like a lovely, very, very interesting consistency that, hopefully after we bake it in our marinade, is going to be quite close to chicken in resemblance. And then I'm just going to add this onto a tray with baking paper. I'm using reusable baking paper, so it's like wipeable, which is quite good because you don't have to keep buying baking paper, and it's quite sustainable as well. Try this a try. Ooh, it's quite salty. Some of it has soaked up a lot, whereas the other ones haven't soaked up as much. So I'm trying to squeeze this a bit. Ooh, but it tastes really, really nice. Obviously the garlic is very, very dominant for the moment. But ooh, I think this is going to be really, really nice. Okay, so we make sure that they're all like nicely spread out, so they bake nicely and quickly. And now we're going to add this to our oven, and we're going to check it in like 15-20 minutes. We're going to cook pasta with some broccoli. So the pasta is going to go in for probably like 5 to 8 minutes, and then we're going to add the broccoli to it for another couple of minutes, and then we're going to strain it all together. Okay, so what I'm also going to do is I'm going to heat this up. I'm going to be very, very interested in this. So we're not going to make our own dal, but I've got like a ready dal that we're going to use. And I'm going to be very, very interested in this because that's going to be like a kind of like a sauce or side thing that we're going to do. And it literally just says you just heat it up in a pan, 3 to 5 minutes, so that's not going to take long at all. So what I'm going to do first though, because I'm going to make some crispy kale that I'm going to add to, also as a topper. So I'm going to add some kale. I'm going to pop my pan, my hob on full blast, and then I'm going to just add in my non-stick pan, I'm going to add some kale. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. No oil, but that's why it's important to have a non-stick pan. Right. Some nutritional yeast, and that is just to get things crispy and get the moisture out. And then I'm going to add that to my hob. My hob is on full blast, and that's just going to take probably another like 5 to 10 minutes to crunch up. So look at this. So our kale is slowly crispening up. So I literally just have the kale with some salt, pepper, and a little bit of nutritional yeast in here. So I'm going to give this another couple minutes. And it smells really nice, and it's really, really nice topping, a really, really nice topper for it. So our tofu chicken is still in the oven, so I'm gonna give the tofu chicken also another few minutes. And pasta, penne, whole wheat penne is cooking. We're gonna add some broccoli florets to that in just a moment because then they can cook together. So this is my kale, nice, fluffy, crispy kale, lightly spiced. And yeah, so to my pasta, I'm gonna add some broccoli now because the broccoli is gonna take another few minutes and can cook in the same water as the pasta. And I'm gonna make my dal tadka in it. So I'm just basically opening the package. This is the hardest part of the whole cooking session, as you can see. Ooh, it smells amazing. And that goes into my pan. What I'm gonna do as well here, I've got some sweet corn left. So I'm just gonna strain the sweet corn from the water and add the rest of my sweet corn just because it needs to be eaten, and why not pop this in as well. Let's check the chicken. Tofu chicken tofu. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I got all confused now. Chicken style. Chicken style tofu. This is what we got. Oh, this is really cool. Look at that. Look at how this. Let me try to get this down a bit so you can actually see. Can you see this? This looks really cool, doesn't it? I'm very, very impressed. Look at this. There. The consistency looks really, really awesome. So I'm quite impressed with this. Let me try. Okay. It's very crispy because I think I left it a little bit too long in. But a couple of minutes less, and it would probably be quite chicken-like. I quite like it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the chicken. I'm just gonna pop it into my dal, and that becomes one meal. There we go. And here we go, guys. This is our dinner. I'm gonna show you in a second. I don't know if you can see this. I never know if you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Trying to loosen this up a little bit. So I've got the light ring as well. So I hope you can see what it actually looks like. Our pasta, homemade pasta with some broccoli. And then we've got tofu chicken, or tofu style, chicken style tofu. There we go. Which I added into the dal, which is quite spicy. The dal has added sweet corn in it. And then we also got some crispy kale that we just added some salt and pepper and some nutritional yeast, and we got some sprouts. Have a wonderful night. Bye!